You have heard commercials here. You've heard us talk about it. The proposed bill that has passed the Alabama legislature and is on the way. It's passed the House and it's on the way to the Senate right now. And it is a comprehensive bill that covers a lot of things in the gambling industry. So we're going to try to answer some questions you guys have asked us. Jeffrey Kudon is he's an attorney, but he's also the president of the Sports Betting Alliance. So he's going to answer some of those questions for us from his offices today. I believe you are in New York today, but you got the Roll Tide in the background. Am I right?
I do. My dad went to University of Alabama. I'm a lifelong Bama fan, so Roll Tide. Typically, I'd have a hat or I'd have something else on, but I've got my two little figurine behind me. So yeah, this is exciting for me. I could spend most of this time just talking about Coach DeBoer and Sheila Milroe, but I'm happy to talk sports betting.
Yeah, we've got more important things, at least to me, because this is something that I've been behind for years and years and years, and I've been close to wagering and sports gambling really the majority of my life, and I've just never understood why there's so many states that actually can do this. It's my hard-earned money. There's nothing scandalous about placing a wager. And Alabama is one of only 12 states that you can't legally do this. So I've had so many people since we started talking about the alliance of the last couple of days. How can I get in touch with my senator?
So it's as simple as just Googling who is my state senator. And typically you'll get the answer. And then you can just call them. Calling your state senator and saying, I really want this. This means something to me. This is what will get me to the polls. This is what I care about this. Everything else that happens with government, it's not that important to a lot of people. This is what touches people. For many of us, many of your listeners, this could be the thing that government does this year that really makes a difference for them. We know that sports betting is already happening in Alabama. I often tell the story of being in Tuscaloosa at a game where the two loudest cheers for the game were the first touchdown that was scored, and then when they scored the touchdown that covered the spread. So we know it's already happening. This just makes it legal. It's regulated. It's safe. This is a form of entertainment for so many of us. And yes, you're absolutely right. I'm in New York right now. I can bet on the Alabama-Auburn game. I can bet on the Dolphins or whomever. I can't do that when I go into Alabama. I can't do it legally, at least.
So this would, as I understand it, well, first of all, let me start here. So the bill has passed the House and it is up for vote in the Senate. That is the next step in this, correct?
That is correct.
And the Senate now must vote based on everything the House passed. Can they drop some things? I mean, how does that work? How does that process work?
So it's a little bit like, you may recall that when we were kids, there was the I'm Just a Bill, Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that different, actually. Yeah, I'm Just a Bill. It's a little different, but not that different. That was just a stop sign in front of a railroad track. This is obviously a much bigger package. The Alabama Senate can amend that bill. They can pass a different version of that bill. Then you'll go to a conference committee. I feel like we're in high school civics now. You can go to then you go to a conference committee. Conference committee will be composed of members from both chambers, the Senate and the House. They'll work on a kind of an agreed upon compromise bill. That will go back to both chambers for an up or down vote. It can't be amended then. So we probably have, and that will likely happen. It's rare that the House passes something that the Senate doesn't want to change a little bit or tweak. We're not sure yet. We know that they're working on that, but that will happen. Then hopefully there'll be a favorable vote, and then we would go to a compromise, and then they'd have another vote. So there's multiple opportunities for people to weigh in. Our most important thing for us is to make sure sports betting is part of whatever package goes to is voted on.
So okay, and that's important too, because this will get labeled as a lottery bill, but it also includes sports betting. That is just part of it.
Yes, absolutely. But we want to make sure it remains part of it.
Right.
And that can only happen with your listeners, calling their legislators, or they can go to sportsbettingalliance.org and they can do an email, and that email will go directly to their legislator. They don't need to look up and call. So it's sportsbettingalliance.org, as they hear on the radio ads. But calling is, I think, often more helpful, because then you're actually weighing in and you're a real voter. Even just 10 calls could make a huge difference for a legislator.
Yeah, look, and there's so many people out there that, with gambling is all this nefarious behavior. The fact of the matter is, as you said, there's so much illegal wagering going on right now. And you guys have got hard numbers because y'all have done a deep dive in this. But you look at states with the legal betting right now and how much you've had a decrease in illegal online betting apps. I mean, Illinois is down 44%, Michigan down 55%, Ohio down 55%, Pennsylvania down 74%. I mean, I could go on and on and on. And not only that, but you guys are projecting generating over $30 million per year in Alabama just in new tax revenue.
I in fact would be even more aggressive and say about 50 million in new tax revenue. And let me tell you, you're absolutely right. It's happening right now. There's no controls for children. There's no controls for people who have a problem. The 1% of people that may have a problem, there's nothing. The illegal sites, they don't care. They just want to take their money. And by the way, when you do get money, when you win, there's no guarantee you're going to get paid out because there are companies based in Costa Rica or Anguilla. They're not US based companies. This is best for everyone. So even if you're opposed to gambling, I would hope that you'd be for having legal regulated websites that actually are going to protect other people's children or maybe your own children.
This would also include, and Jeremy Kudon is with us. He's an attorney, but he's also president of the Sports Betting Alliance, mobile gambling. And that would be part of it as well, right? To be able to do it on handheld devices.
It'd be mobile sports betting, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, which is the way everybody's doing. Most people are still doing it today. I mean, you can sign up with it. I don't even want to give an advertisement to the illegal sites, but it would take less than to continue it. Then we'd be done with this. By the time we're done with this segment, I could sign up and make my first bet.
Yeah, look, I think Alabamians take pride in ranking second in the country for sports betting. Now, it's second in the country for illegal sports betting. But again, people are going to do this, so why do we not legalize it? I should never question anything the state of Alabama doesn't do. I still have to wait. The county that I'm in, I cannot buy a beer until noon on Sunday, which I don't know the difference in buying one at 11:59 a.m. and 12 o'clock p.m., but that's where we are right now. But if we want to get with the times and find a way to create jobs and have this taxable income, all you got to do, House Bill 151, it's casinos, it's lottery, it's sports gaming. Again, we're more focused on the sports gaming, but I welcome all three.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for all your support on this. And thank you to listeners who are making these calls. This is really a situation. People are always like, my vote doesn't matter, or it doesn't matter what I do. This is one of those situations where picking up the phone and making that call is going to make a difference. I promise you. And you could say next year when you're looking at the FanDuel or DraftKings, BetMGM or Fanatics, all of my clients, when you're looking at their app, you can say, hey, this is because of me.
Okay, random question. Is that your dog laying behind you?
No, that's his bed. He's my Portuguese water dog is upstairs. I didn't want him to start going nuts.
Okay, we don't mind that. I was just checking.
No, he's usually there. That's my screensaver is him. Like if I go like that.
There he is. Hey, good looking dog.
That's Charlie.
You got Charlie running around the Hamptons there. I was going to ask you if you had a good Alabama name like Saban, but I'm sure we can figure out something with Charlie.
So my problem is my mom was from Tennessee, went to Tennessee, and my wife can't. So I had a split family growing up, and then my wife, let's just say that she hates giving up every Saturday during the football season to me, cursing out whatever is happening on the game. It's since every game has been a little tighter.
SportsBettingAlliance.org for all the information. SportsBettingAlliance.org. Jeremy, we very much appreciate the time today. Thank you for educating us some.
My pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
All right, take care. That is Jeremy Kudon, president of the Sports Betting Alliance. He joined us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. Again, the vote is coming up on the 29th, but as he said, that may not be the once and final vote. It could get kicked back down to the House with some adjustments and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, it is strange where, if you're in Huntsville, you can drive a few minutes and you can legally wager right there on an app in Tennessee. And there's so many people that, when it comes to lottery, people are driving to different states to spend their money. I just don't understand that we all can't agree. Like, whether you agree with gambling or not, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still going to happen in this state if this is not approved. So why not legalize it and have a benefit with it?